Hello friends, in this video we are starting with eigenvalues and eigenvectors. We'll discuss how to find eigenvalues and eigenvectors in this particular video. This is our first example. Friends, this is one of the most important topics of applied mathematics 4. So starting with the first type, that is eigenvalues, eigenvectors, we'll exactly see how to find eigenvalues and eigenvectors. So starting with type 1, and in type 1 we need to find eigenvalues and eigenvectors. So this is our first example. So let's have a look on the given problem. This is my first problem of finding eigenvalues and eigenvectors. So let's start. First of all, your given problem is matrix. See, this notation indicates matrix. Your first step is you're going to write it down as determinant. So determinant of a minus lambda I equal to 0. You need to remember this line. So matrix is given and we writing it as determinant. Determinant means straight line and matrix means bracket. So what we're going to do is we're going to subtract lambda from diagonal elements. So we're going to subtract lambda from diagonal elements, only diagonal elements. So this will be 3 minus lambda, 5 minus lambda, 3 minus lambda. Rest of the elements will remain same. So this is minus 1, 1, minus 1, minus 1, 1, minus 1 equal to 0. So we're ready with the first steps. Now friends, do you know how to solve this particular determinant? The basic is you're going to take this element, you're going to row this column, you're going to leave it, and this row you're going to leave it, and you're going to solve this. Then minus of this, leave this, and so on. But this procedure will be very lengthy. So I'll give you a shortcut technique for solving this particular determinant, and the formula is lambda cube minus sum of diagonal into lambda square plus sum of minors of diagonal into lambda. We are having alternate plus minus sign. First is plus, minus, plus, and this minus determinant of a equal to 0. So this is the formula for solving this particular determinant. Our given matrix is 3 minus 1, 1, minus 1, 5, minus 1, 1, minus 1 and 3. We need to solve this particular determinant. For solving this is the formula, and we're going to apply this formula on original matrix. That means we're going to apply the formula on this particular matrix. So let's start. Lambda cube minus sum of diagonal. So we're going to add these terms, sum of diagonals. So that will be 3 plus 5 plus 3 into lambda square. Remember, this is your diagonal, not this. Diagonal is always this, not this. Sum of diagonal plus sum of minors of diagonal. Now this is very important. We're going to calculate minor of 3. So what you're going to do is leave corresponding column and row. You will be left with this 5 minus 1 and 3. So you're going to solve this minus this. So 5 3s are 15 minus 1 into minus 1 is 1. So basically this is 15 minus 1 plus. Now we're going to find it out the second minor. That means 5 minor. So I'm going to leave this column and this row. So after doing that, I'll be left with 3, 1, 1, 3. This entry. Because I'm going to leave this part. So if you solve, you will get 9 minus 1 plus last is this element is the last element of diagonal, so you're going to leave this column and this row, so you'll be left with this 4 terms. So that is 3 minus 1 and 5. So 15 minus 1 into lambda. This is that lambda minus determinant of A equal to 0. If you solve this, you will get lambda cube minus 3 plus 3 plus 5, that is 11 lambda square plus, if you solve this, you will get 36 lambda minus determinant of A. Now friends, how to find determinant of A? You can directly find in calculator. So after solving in calculator, you will get the answer as 36. This is your quadratic equation. So you can solve in calculator again and you will get the values of lambda as 2, 3 and 6. So value of lambda that you got are called eigenvalues. These are your eigenvalues. And this equation is called characteristic equation. Half of the part is done. We got eigenvalues. Now we need to find it out eigenvectors. Friends, these examples are bit lengthy. So once you get your eigenvalues, first of all check whether your eigenvalues are right or wrong. Because if value is wrong, the entire procedure, entire problem will go wrong and that will waste a lot of time. So first of all, you need to check whether your eigenvalues are right or wrong. So I'll give you 2 tricks for doing it. Remember, sum of eigenvalues is equal to sum of diagonal elements. Always check this. Sum of diagonal elements. So this is the first point that you need to remember. And the second point is product of eigenvalues equal to determinant. So these are the 2 points that you need to remember. Sum of eigenvalues. We got 3 eigenvalues as 2, 3 and 6. So if I'll add, so I'll get 11. Sum of diagonal elements. Sum of diagonal elements is this basically 11. So this is getting satisfied. Always check this. Product of eigenvalues. So 2 into 3 into 6 is equal to determinant. Determinant is basically this. So 2 into 3 into 6 is 36. See here. Both the values are getting satisfied, therefore our eigenvalue is correct. Always verify this. Nobody will tell you, but remember this point, because if you get right eigenvalues, then you can proceed with the eigenvectors. Now, till now, I think the things are clear. If you have a small doubt, then it can be in this particular step, that is sum of minors of diagonal. So let me explain you again what exactly we're going to find this value, sum of minors of diagonal. My matrix was 3 minus 1 1 minus 1 5 minus 1 1 minus 1 and 3. So for finding minors of 3, you're going to leave this column and this row. So you will be left with this particular 4 terms. So if you solve this, 15 formula minus 1 into minus 1 is 1 is equal to 14. Second minor of diagonal. So you're going to leave this column and this row. You will be left with this 3, this 1 and this 3. So that will be 9 minus 1, which is 8. And the last is, if you want minor of this particular term, you're going to leave this column and this row. You will be left with this 4 terms, that is 3 minus 1 and 5. So which is equal to 15 minus 1, that is 14. So 14, 8 and 14. So these are the terms here. So this is the way we're going to find it out, the minors of diagonal. So hope this is clear till now. Let's move on. We are done with eigenvalues. Now we're going to find it out the eigenvectors. So friends, there are 3 eigenvalues that we got. So obviously there must be 3 eigenvectors. So let's start with the first eigenvector. Case number 1. You can start with any eigenvector. There are 3 eigenvalues, 2, 3, 6. So we need to find 3 eigenvectors. I am starting with lambda equal to 2. You can start from 3, you can start with 6, no problem. The first step is a minus lambda I into x equal to 0. That means what you're going to do is, remember where is determinant and where is matrix. In the beginning, when we started the problem, the first step was determinant of a minus lambda I. In here, we do have matrix. So please remember where exactly is determinant and where exactly is matrix. Here there will be unknowns, that is x1, x2 and x3, and here it is RHS 0, 0 and 0. So what I am going to do is a minus lambda I, that means subtract lambda from diagonal. This is same as first step. First step was this, if you remember. So what we did, we subtracted lambda from diagonal. See here, this is also same, but here we do have a matrix. So again we are going to subtract lambda from the diagonal element. What is lambda here? Lambda equal to 2. So therefore we are going to subtract 2 from the diagonal elements. So the matrix was 3. So 3 minus 1 is basically, let's subtract 2 from the diagonal element. Rest of all the elements will remain same. So if you simplify, you will get 1 minus 1, 1. Only subtracting lambda from this diagonal. Minus 1, 3 minus 1, 1 minus 1 and 1. x1, x2, x3 equal to 0, 0, 0. Now we need to find it out eigenvectors for this. So let us move on. Now friends, remember, if the eigenvalues are different, like in this particular problem, what are the eigenvalues? 2, 3 and 6, we can apply Cramer's rule. If the eigenvalues are different, we can apply Cramer's rule. Remember, for applying Cramer's rule, we'll check two rows with different values. Now here, first and third is same, so don't use that rows. Always select rows which have different values. It can be 1 2, it can be 1 3, it can be 2 3 and so on. So you may find a problem in which all the rows are different. So in that case you can choose any two rows. But here in this problem we need to choose first and second, because first and third are same, so you cannot choose first and third. So we're going to use first and second. Let us form equation from this. So we're going to multiply this way. 1 into x1, that is x1, this into this, minus x2 plus x3 equal to 0. And the next equation is minus 1 x1 plus 3x2 minus x3 is equal to 0. Multiplying this row this way by Cramer's rule, x1 upon minus x2 upon x3 upon, remember this, Cramer's rule, I am marking it star, remember this. It is alternate plus minus, x2 will always be minus. This is formula. Here I am going to write it down the determinants. So for x1, leave x1 part, leave this part. So you will be left with minus x2 coefficient is minus 1, x3 coefficient is 1, 3 and minus 1. For finding x2, see x1, x2, x3, x1, x2, x3, finding x2 we need to leave x2 part. So we will be left with x1 and x3. So x1 coefficients are 1, minus 1 and x3 coefficients are 1 and minus 1 again. Next, for x3 we need to eliminate last part x3. So we'll be left with x1, x2, x1, x2. We need to consider its coefficients. So x1 coefficient is 1, minus 1, minus 1 and 3. So we need to simplify this to get the result. So that will be x1 upon, this is basically determinant, normal determinant, this minus this. So that will be 1 minus 3 minus x2 upon minus 1 plus 1 x3 upon 3 minus of 1. So if you simplify further, you will get x1 divided by minus 2, which is equal to minus x2 divided by 0, and x3 divided by, say this, 3 minus 1 is 2. So what is the vector? x1, x2 and x3. So that will be equal to, x1 is minus 2 here, x2 is 0 and x3 is 2. So if you take common 2, or basically you can say divided by 2, you will get minus 1, 0, 1. Why I am dividing by 2? Because here 2 is common. If you don't want to divide, this answer is okay, there is no problem. See, eigenvalues are unique, but eigenvectors, there can be multiple eigenvectors. For lambda equal to 2, you can have number of eigenvectors. Any multiple of this, multiply by 2, you will get next eigenvector. Multiply by 3, you again get next eigenvector. So there are number of possible eigenvectors. So here 2 is common, so I am dividing by 2. Your wish, if you don't want to divide, don't divide. That's okay. So we got, corresponding to lambda equal to 2, we got the first eigenvector, that is minus 1, 0 and 1. Done with the first case. Now we'll check how to find it out the eigenvector for the next case. So case number 2, lambda equal to 3. Then finally I'm going to find it out for lambda equal to 6. First step is same, a minus lambda I into x equal to 0. So we're going to subtract lambda from diagonal. So I'm directly write it down. The first element was 3. So if you subtract 3 minus 3, the answer is 0. Here it was 3, then 5. So 5 minus 3 is 2. And the last element was also 3. So 3 minus 3, 5 minus 3 and 3 minus 3. So the answer is 0. Rest of the elements will remain same. Unknowns, there are 3 unknowns, x1, x2 and x3, and RHS is 0, 0 and 0. Since the value is not repeated, you can go ahead with Cramer's rule. What is the condition? You need to select 2 different rows. If you observe this particular problem, all the 3 rows are different. So you can choose any 2 rows. So I am choosing first and second. You can go ahead with first and third or second and third. So let me write it down, the equations. So 0 multiplied to x1 is 0x1 minus x2 plus x3 equal to 0, this way. First multiply to this, second with this and third with this. Next equation is minus x1 plus 2x2 minus x3 is equal to 0. So we are going to apply Cramer's rule. x1 upon minus x2 upon and x3 upon. So with x1 there are 2 equations. We are going to leave x1 part, so we will be left with x2 and x3. So we are going to write x2 coefficient and x3 coefficients. So x2 coefficients are minus 1 and 1, 2 and minus 1. With x2 I am going to leave x2, I am going to write x1 and x3. So x1 0 minus 1, 1 minus 1, and with x3 I am going to leave x3, x1 and x2. So that is 0, minus 1, minus 1 and 2. So x1 upon, we need to solve this, 1 minus 2. It's basically determinant, this minus this, minus x2 upon this. So that is 0 into minus 1 is 0, minus this. So 1 into minus 1 is minus 1, x3 upon, this is 0 and this is 1. So x1 upon minus 1, minus x2 upon 1 and x3 upon minus 1. So friends, we got minus 1, 1 and minus 1, but remember this minus sign. Please don't forget, this minus will come with this particular element. So actually all three are minus 1. So the vector is, for lambda equal to 3, we do have x1, x2, x3, both are minus 1. Now you can see minus 1 is common, so you can divide by minus 1 and the final vector is 1, 1, 1. Choice is yours. If you don't want to divide, you can leave it as it is. So done with the case number 2. Now let us solve for the last case, that is lambda equal to 6. Your procedure will remain same. Lambda equal to 6. First step is a minus lambda I into x equal to 0. So what are you going to do? Subtract lambda from the diagonal. First element is 3. So 3 minus 6 is minus 3. Second diagonal element is 5. So 5 minus 6 is minus 1. And the last diagonal element is again 3. So 3 minus 6 is minus 3. Rest of the elements will remain same, minus 1, 1, minus 1, minus 1, 1 and minus 1. There are 3 unknowns, x1, x2, x3 and RHS, that is 0, 0 and 0. Now let's have a look on the given equations. See, all the 3 rows are different, so you can choose any rows for Cramer's rule. So let me go ahead with the first and second. So what are the equations that I'm going to do? I'm going to multiply this way. So minus 3x1 minus x2 plus x3 equal to 0, minus x1 minus x2 minus x3 equal to 0. Now I got 2 equations. Let us move on. I am going to apply by Cramer's rule, x1 divided by minus x2 divided by and x3 divided by. So with x1 I am going to leave x1 coefficients, x2 coefficient and x3 coefficient. I am going to write it down. So that is minus 1, minus 1, 1 and minus 1. With x2, going to leave x2, x1 and x3, I am going to write it down. So that is minus 3, minus 1, 1 and minus 1. With x3, I am going to write it down. We are going to leave this and going to write it down this part. So that is minus 3, minus 1, minus 1 and minus 1. So x1 divided by this minus this. So 1 minus of minus 1 minus x2 divided by 3 minus of minus 1 x3 divided by 3 minus of 1. So with x1, this is 2, this is 4 and this is 2. But remember, you need to consider this minus sign. So with x1, we do have 2 minus x2 upon 4 and x3 upon 2. So what is the vector? The vector is x1, x2 and x3. So that is equal to x1 we do have 2. For x2 you need to consider this minus also, that is minus 4 and 2. So if you take 2 common, or basically you can say divided by 2, so I'll get the vector as 1, minus 2 and 1. So this is the third vector. So I got all the 3 vectors corresponding to eigenvalues 2, 3 and 6. So this is our first example. If you are not clear with this, we'll solve few more examples on the next videos. Thank you.